Now, if you're anything like me and you have had acne over the years rather than just a few months, if you are in your 40s or older and wondering why you still got it, then possibly you've been doing investigations, because I know I have. I've had acne since my 30s through to my 40s, but now my skin is approximately about 90 to 95% better than what it was like previously. Now, if you've been doing your investigations, you will also know that not just one thing causes acne. Once you have it, there can be many triggers. It can be your lifestyle, the food you eat, your skincare, your medication, the list is endless. And I know for myself personally, I keep away from processed foods, sugars, and then specific natural foods, and those tend to be ones that have gluten in them, animal milk, or sugar as well. So with that in mind, I'm going to be looking at working out ways that you can reduce your acne, things you can do to prevent it, things you can do to stop triggering it, and possibly things you can do to stop it actually happening in the first place. Stick with me and let's get started on what I can do to help you with your acne. But before I do get started, I'd first like to say hi, welcome to the channel, my name is Alison. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment and hit the notification. And if you want to get in contact with us on the socials, we are on Instagram and Facebook. And if you look below and expand the description, you're going to see those 3 free booklets: Adult Acne More Than Skin Deep, Eczema More Than Skin Deep and Dry Skin More Than Skin Deep. Let's get started. Whilst on my adult acne or eczema skin journey, and I've been doing lots of investigating, I've come across many websites that have proved really beneficial in advising me, and I've actually followed their advice and seen improvements. And one of these websites I've come across is called Healthline. Now, it's with that actual website in mind, I'm going to start looking through some of the steps they've given to actually improve or help to prevent your acne from being triggered in the first place. Now, the reason I really enjoyed reading the information on this website is because it's very simple to understand. It didn't go into all the actual technical jargon, and it literally gives you hints and tips on what you can do to improve your acne. Now, for me, one of the things that I struggled with most is my sweet tooth. Now, I keep away from processed sugars, as I said before, but I do still like the odd occasional white carbohydrate or white starch. Now, I do like eating white rice still, I like potatoes, and I do still enjoy eating gluten-free pasta. However, I do limit what I eat with those because I'm looking at my blood sugar levels. Now, I know for a fact that sometimes your increased blood sugar levels can, once you've spiked your insulin, that can trigger off your acne, especially the closer you get to your monthlies, when your hormones are all over the place and the blood sugar levels can actually influence your endocrine system or your hormonal system. If I told you I didn't have sugar on a daily basis, I'd be lying, so I'm going to be brutally honest. However, what I do tend to do is, rather than go into those white products, those carbohydrates, I stick to the more wholesome stuff. So I'll have a banana in place of something sweet, I'll have dates, and I will have locally produced natural honey. Now, honey definitely spikes your blood sugar, so it depends on how much you have. The dates, although they're classed as a low GI, so glycemic index food, if you have too many of them, they can still spike your blood sugar. So again, you've got to be really careful. And a banana, well, if you're only having one, it's fine. It's not an issue at all. The older the banana, the more riper it is, the sweeter it is. So that's the only thing you've got to really look out with when you have your bananas. But again, it's better to have something like these than be reaching for your highly processed sweet things. Now, I did mention the list that Healthline have, the options you can look at to help reduce your blood sugars, in other words, to help reduce the possibility of spiking your insulin and triggering off your acne. Now, what I would say is to only do one thing at a time so you can be sure that that change you have made has made a difference. So for me, the first thing I'm going to do is to purchase, I've ordered it, but I've not yet to use it, I've purchased a blood or glucose monitoring kit. Now, it's what diabetics use to take their blood sugars to see what their insulin levels are at, and it's a really simple and effective kit. I've yet to use it, but that's the first thing I'm going to start to do. Now, all I'm going to do is to make sure I take my blood sugars in the morning before I eat when I first get up. I'm going to take it before and after a meal, and I'm also going to take it before and after any sport that I participate in to see what's happening with my blood sugars, to see if they're spiking when I'm eating, to see when they're spiking in particular. If you look below in an expanded description, you're going to see the name of the Healthline website that I've gone to get this information, and I've also left a link to the glucose monitoring kit. However, I haven't used it yet, so I can't yet tell you what I think of it and how good it is as well. So my plan is to monitor my blood sugar and take the test for the next 4 weeks to see what's happening, because it's new to me. It's not something I've done before, so I'll have to let you know how it all goes. And also, interestingly enough, is when I went to the actual Healthline website and went down that list, if you've already started changing your lifestyle and the way you eat and the way you do things to help your acne, it's more than likely that you're already hitting some of these actual points already. You're more than likely putting them into your lifestyle already. So maybe there's not a lot of things you need to change. I know for myself, there aren't many things I need to change. However, there are a few, and that's why I want to give this a go. This is why I want to advise you on the changes that you can make. Now, one thing I will say about the blood test, the glucose testing kit, is if you suspect that you are getting acne only around your period, so just before and during, it's definitely worth making sure you take that test before, during and after your period to see what your blood sugars are doing. Because I think for myself personally, I think my blood sugars are spiking close to my period, which is why I'm getting acne specifically on my cheeks. Because if you're into face mapping, you'll know that acne on the cheeks is to do with elevated hormonal levels. If making those changes is too difficult, then try doing half and half as you transition. So for example, on my plate, when I was having white rice, out of a small portion of white rice, and then also beside that the cauliflower rice, for example, with a small piece of protein, as in the meat, and lots of vegetables, Now, by doing that, you're less inclined to spike your blood sugar, which means you're less inclined to disrupt your endocrine or your hormonal system. If you don't disrupt your hormonal system, that means you've got less chance of triggering off your acne. Now, the next thing on the list is something as simple as water. Now, if you're not someone who drinks water, then please do try to start drinking it. And even recently, because my son has difficulty drinking water, I mixed a little bit of lemon juice and dissolved some honey into warm water and then added ice cold water to the mixture. Hey presto, really, really simple drink. Now, I am someone who guzzles my water down. I will have a pint and a half as soon as I wake up at 6 a.m. I will then have another pint at 8 o'clock, and I tend to have pints about every hour and a half or 2 hours and try and sip throughout the rest of the day. I do forget to drink my water, so I've got to make more of an effort, which is why I was mentioning how to flavour water if you're not someone who likes to drink bog standard plain water. Now, the quality of the water also makes a difference, but when it comes to spiking your blood sugars, it doesn't make the difference to spiking your blood sugars. It just makes a difference to your overall health. Now, the reason I would say try and drink as much still water or as plain water as possible is because if, like myself, you like to flavour it, then you can also keep the tooth enamel softened, which you don't want to do. So never ever drink, say, lemon water about 40 minutes either side of brushing your teeth. I do, however, drink lemon water with apple cider vinegar or ACV, about 3 teaspoons of ACV with about 3 teaspoons of lemon water. If you don't like that much, start off with less and then work your way up. But if you do get a taste for it, then increase it. Apple cider vinegar and lemons are very, very good cleansers for the liver anyway, and actually really good anti-inflammatory. Apple cider vinegar is a very good anti-inflammatory drink to add to your body anyway. So yes, by increasing your water intake, you're actually reducing your insulin levels again. That helps to calm it all down. So I would say if you have about to eat, drink a glass of water beforehand. That will also help to fill you up. But try not to drink any water for about 30 minutes after eating, because otherwise you're going to wash away those enzymes that help to break the food down. Now, the interesting reasons for drinking water doesn't just end there. By drinking good quality water, you're also helping to rehydrate your blood and lower your blood sugar levels. But the jury is still out on this one. There are 2 schools of thought as to whether drinking alkalized water is actually more beneficial. Now, personally, I do drink alkalized water. I don't drink it all day, and it's really simple to do. You put clean water, I say distilled water or boiled water or filtered water, into either a copper bottle or a jug, and you leave it overnight, so 6 to 8 hours around that time. And by alkalizing your body with alkalized water, it's also supposed to be anti-inflammatory. Now, I will leave a link for a website that I found that explains why that is actually beneficial to you. Again, the jury is still out. Some people do believe that by alkalizing your body, it helps it's an anti-inflammatory response. Because if the body is too acidic, it can cause more health issues for you and I guess for your skin as well. Not only does alkalized water provide more hydration to the skin, it boosts the immune system, it clears out those free radicals you've heard me talk about before. So the free radicals are caused by things like the sun, the UV rays from the sun, pollution, bad quality or the chemicals in our drinking water, our tap water, caused by the processed foods we eat, caused by medications we take, caused by just things in our general environment. Those things age your skin, they cause uneven skin tone, they can cause disease in the body, they're responsible for a lot. So if something as simple as adding alkalized water to my overall drinking is supposed to benefit me, then I'm going to go for it. It's a win-win as far as I'm concerned. Now, like I said before, all you have to do is go online and buy yourself either an Ayurvedic or just a box standard copper bottle or jug. It's really that simple. You leave the water in there for 6 to 8 hours. There are other ways of alkalizing your water as well. I believe you can actually buy bottles that got contraptions in them to alkalize the water. But as far as I'm concerned, the copper is the easiest way. Copper also has many health benefits other than just skin. So like I said, if you can alkalize the water, reduce the acidity in your body and improve your acne, win-win.